Okay, so I had told you before that I was looking at.
It comes from the entrepreneurial thinking.
Okay.
If you want to your organization or your school or your company to go further, develop itself, you must got some ideas. And well, how we try to get those ideas, for example, get new people here,
Yeah.
foreign people, Finnish people, companies, other organizations to have dialogue with us. And if you ask questions, then you got the ideas from the others' head. Because I got my own ideas here, I don't get their extra ideas if I don't ask questions.
Right.
Yes, and we support that teachers should have more experiences, teaching experiences, learning experiences, and put it also in we have some tasks for the year, how many learning experiences we have, what sort of they wear. For example, if we shoot it this with the iPad, it's a sort of experience that we discuss and a guy is having in the iPad. Yeah. And how to spread it, the new ideas, new experiences. For example, it's a very simple way to put it in the paper in our cafeteria or coffee place, and everybody see. And also there are a little bit pressure. If I don't have any name in that, for example, this season, maybe I should take, for example, 1 or 2 experiences. It's sort of, if we call it gamification in leading the school.
Okay.
Little pressure, and then show the good things, what have happened, and it's in our DNA. If we think of entrepreneurial thing, we must explore new things. No, I haven't. So before this career, have any entrepreneurial business guy. No, but I used to play basketball. I'm a sporty man, so I make targets, reach them, and then we got the evaluation. How did I how did I did? Yes, and of course, when I have noticed that you have to develop the school all the time, it's a sort of wheel. It's going round and round all the time. When we have the targets and how we measure that, who are responsible, timetabling, it goes like this.
I've seen I've talked with other principals and headmasters, and they, well, really just 2 that reminded me of you, and they were saying the same sort of things, like we have to do new things, we have to try new things. But I hadn't seen anybody do it like you know, you have this specific sheet of paper, and you think that maybe people see that if they're not signed up, maybe they feel pressure. But would you ever approach a teacher and say like, hey, maybe you should try doing this, or do you let them do their own thing?
We have development discussions every year. This year is the personal, next year is the team one, the entrepreneurial team and the sustainability team. And in that discussions, we check out what was your goals this year, or did you have a personal goal, or did the team have some goal for them? And the team will give every year 2 or 3 goals. I give both teams 1 goal, what's to reach, to gain, and the teachers make the 2 or 3 or 4 others.
There's something about, I think, writing something down. Like I've heard before, you know, sometimes people don't vote in the U.S. There's like low voting turnout, but that when you make them sign a contract, that they are more likely to do it. Are you finding the same thing with this idea of signing up?
Yes, we have a team contract. We have them together. The teachers team make the contract, the goals, and how we measure, and then we sign it up. Yes.
So interesting.
And spread it to all.
Yeah.
And we have make an agreement.
So everybody
Yeah.
can see
Yeah,
it.
everybody can see it, and everybody has made it. In the we made it in 1 month here this day, and it's clear for the next season. When we start in August, everybody know we had the goals, we had this agreement made up, and it's easy to start the school year and the season.
Right, and then you have all the energy to start the school year
Yes,
with these big goals. Can you give me an example of something that a teacher tried that you think was very successful, like something that they tried new, maybe this year or last year or something?
For example, in languages, the blocks, learning blocks, in English, or was it in French or some other languages, they make blocks, and then for example, these guys here made a few, wonderful Master Chef Murame video.
Oh, cool.
Where they spoke French all the time. Was it 25 minutes or more?
You did 25-minute videos in French?
Yes.
Wow.
And it was amazing thing. All the scenes were made in French, and the whole clue was there. And for example, that was in French lessons. Wonderful thing happened this year. Goods or some candies or maybe money or something to celebrate that. It was a very good job for this session.
Yeah.
And everybody applauds, and it's a way of having also those gamification things.
Yeah.
That people are celebrating something if they have read something good.
Yeah.
And it might be for some student that the principal shaking hand and give me something. They might remember that for their entire life. It might be.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes. And it's a way to have prizes for good things.
Yeah.
Good performance or good things during the period.
I wonder, have there been any times when a teacher has tried something and it didn't work?
Of course. I have millions of stories about that. Who failed.
Yeah.
But we have to support also that the failure is also a learning experience. For example, I got the entrepreneurial studies 5-6 years ago, and our team wanted to rent the big ship which goes Finland to Sweden. You know, the big white-red ships, that they have an entrepreneurial session in that ship. And we tried to have all the Finnish senior high schools, 1 person or 2 person from those schools. But the time was not right. There are almost 10 years ago, but only 37 people were applied to have that cruise.
Yeah.
And it failed.
Yeah.
And we have rent all the big boats. And then we have to quit it because there was no people.
Yeah.
And then we discovered what we have learned about this. What was the marketing bad? What's the time bad? How did the student team went not so good?
Yeah.
Learn from that.
What did you decide was the problem? The timing?
Yeah, the timing, the entrepreneurial things, and the ideological thing in society wasn't so good shape, like, for example, if we comparing this time. And then the marketing was bad. Students, it's very complicated to phone the people, have the marketing thing with the phone. It's the worst case scenario. Maybe they should go there to schools and have this kind of dialogue. We have a cruise going on in the Baltic. Would you come? But it was too big. It was too big for
Yeah.
14
Yeah.
students, age 16.
Sounds like it, because you were trying to get the whole country, right?
Yeah, whole country, all the senior high school. Our goal was to have at least 500 or 1,000 people there.
And there were 37.
37. Only 37.
So then did you try it again, or did you
No,
say...
no, we failed and we forget it. It was too big for us.
Yeah, but you had to try it to realize that it was too big.
Yes, it was too big.
Yeah.
Those guys were very interested to have it a cruise and how we make it, we do it, we can do it, but it failed.
Yeah.
Of course, if you are, your nature is be a teacher or pedagogy, you like pedagogical things and you want to improve your work, and Finnish teachers are very well trained for the teacher profession and they want to develop their work and they are very motivated to do the work.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, could it be how people value teacher profession in society, or it comes in the roots also, the background and history.
Yeah, and the people that are becoming teachers in Finland are already working hard to try to always improve, like that's what you would say.
Most do, and if we think about the elementary school teachers, for example, we get the best students from all the, because only 10% of the students get in, apply in the universities to be an elementary teacher.
Yeah.
They are very clever ones. They could be teachers, lawyers, or engineers. They prefer to be a teacher. Not in States, might be, I'm not sure.
No, there's many different ways that people become teachers in the U.S., but it's it's not that competitive usually.
Yes.
It's like, I don't know what to do, I guess I'll teach. I mean, not always, but...
but of course, there are varieties, but we got the best students.
Yeah. So, but that's mostly, and then in upper secondary, there's still also, it's just not as competitive for the teachers, right? Like, is it still 10%, do you think?
No.
Maybe a little.
Less than 10%, but it's still very high. If you, for example, how I have a history, I'm a historian, how I get through the history studies.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of people applying that, and only, was it 15 or 25 get in.
Yeah. It seems like the students can work very independently, like they don't always need a teacher there.
Yes,
probably.
They are clever people. Why always be a teacher to push and push? Trust them and they do the work. Of course there might be some guys who won't do that, but most do.
And that's their choice.
It's their choice, and of course we can have a discussion. You doing bad for your own career, your own personal. It's not away from me. It's away from you yourself.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.